We do have a story that just broke on Bloomberg News just before we came on here. And it's about Martin Shkreli. Exclusively. This is quite a story. We've heard about Martin Shkreli a fair amount because he's been jacking up the price of those pharmaceuticals and also paying millions for that Wu-Tang Clan.
You know what? I just want to point out, our show has been waiting for a week and a half to hear David Weston say Wu-Tang Clan.
I've done it now. But
if he says ODB, I'm going to fall down.
But this is a very different story, a really important story about Mr. Shkreli. And for that, we're going to go to Keri Geiger, who did break the story. Keri?
Hi, good morning, David. So very interesting, exciting news in the world of pharmaceuticals. And of course, Martin Shkreli, who's been dubbed by the media as the bad boy of the pharmaceutical industry. He was arrested today on suspicion of securities fraud, and it's not related to what he's really been criticized for over the last several weeks, which is hiking up the price of life-saving drugs through his company, Turing Pharmaceutical, but it's actually transactions and payments that he made using money from a previous firm that he founded called Retrophin. So he basically is accused of taking money and stock from Retrophin and using it to pay off unrelated personal and business debts.
Keri, would he ever have been caught or even looked at had he not been in the news, dubbed the bad boy?
Well, I think that's an interesting question. I think that obviously this case would not be such a big deal if it didn't have such a huge public profile. But interestingly enough, the company which he's accused of taking money for, which he founded in 2011, Retrophin, actually sued him in August for many of these same issues that federal prosecutors are now looking at him for. So it has been laid out in a civil lawsuit, and federal prosecutors basically took a really close look at those allegations, and they might have even started looking before that. And this is just straight up securities fraud, basically taking money from one pot to pay off people that he owed money to. And according to both the lawsuit and how these charges are going to roll out, he did not have the company's permission to do that.
Keri, this is quite a story. Our own Keri Geiger breaking this. You know what? He's a punk, not necessarily the bad boy of the hedge fund industry. At this point, I think it's kind of safe to say the punk.